we'll how well this works. So, okay, so when you are trying to schedule parties, the first thing that you are going to want to do is fill out the Frankie list. Are you familiar with the Frankie list?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So that is found. I'm going to share my screen here on myhq, and I didn't look to find the Frankie list. I was looking at other things. And now I got bumped out. So there is a list on here. I have it posted on the team page too, but it's basically you're making a list of all the people that you know. So they call it Frankie list because it stands for friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, people you know through your kids, and then E is everybody who eats or something like that. So that kind of gives you an idea. So shoot, it's not on here. I will find that and I will post it again on the team page, or I will pin it or something, but it's out there. So basically that's where you want to start, is making that list. So that's going to get you a list of 50 people that you can ask to host a party. So, and it might help you think of people that you haven't already thought of, and just give you some different avenues. So, you know, might be some people from church or from other places other than like your everyday people you see at work and that kind of thing. So when you come into myhq, and if you come into parties and orders and then go to party, you see that they have a list here of all of the different kinds of parties that you can offer. So if you're doing a tasting party, if you click on the tasting, then there's going to be different tools here to help you out. There's a party outline, and then there's general party tools. So Lisa, this might help you with that in-home party that you're going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So check some of those things out.
Sure. Yeah, I was looking at this, but yeah, I hadn't clicked into it.
Okay. And the majority of our parties right now is the non-tasting. So this is where I was going to focus our time. Once you've made the Frankie list, and then you have to figure out what you're going to say, how you're going to ask. And so that message can vary. We've had a few of them posted on the team page, but basically, you know, you can share with people, hey, I'm just starting my Tastefully Simple business. Will you be one of my first 4 hosts? Or, hey, you know, I joined Tastefully Simple a few months ago and I'm looking for hosts. Do you want to earn free products? Or something to the effect of, our spring catalog is out and I'm in love with the TS house sauce. I think you'd love it too. Do you want to host a party and get it for free? Those kinds of things where you're promoting the products themselves or the host specials. So like the myhq special has the orange dreamsicle, the donut mini kit in it. And I was actually pleasantly surprised by the flavor of those donuts. So I'm going to use that when I'm asking for May parties. So find something in that monthly special that you know somebody will be interested in and promote it that way. So that might help you think of some people too, as far as who you want to ask. And then when you are asking, have some dates ready. So if you're doing, you know, the week-long online parties like I am, or if you want to do just a one-night epic party, which is some of the training on myhq as well, doing a one-night online party. If you're going to be brave and adventurous and do Zoom parties, you can do that too, but have those dates ready when you are asking. So then you can ask that person, hey, I'm filling up my May calendar. Would you be willing to host a party the week of May 14th or May 21st? Give them an option, but not too many options. You pretty much, you want to start with just 2 options. And then if neither of those options work, then be ready with a third option. But typically, once they have those options, then they can just choose one, and it makes the process a little bit faster, a little bit easier for both of you. And then you've all been working on the setting up the party links in myhq. I think that's going well. I haven't had any questions on that. So, and there are instructions on that here too. And then setting up your Facebook groups. And then once you've got that ready to roll with, then in here is this online party checklist. So I wanted to open this up and share that with you. So in this checklist, here's all your party information. And I really, really like this. I might personally haven't used this, but as I was looking through it tonight, I'm thinking I should probably be using this myself because there's a few things that I'm missing in here as well. But the host planner, be sure that you're sending that to them as well, because they can use that to follow their sales and what their host rewards are. I'll pull up a host planner so that you can see what they would be seeing when they're looking at that after you send that to them. But here it kind of leads you right through it 10 days before the party, what you want to be doing. Now, typically, I'm not working my hosts 10 days in advance. Ideally, you do want to be host coaching that far in advance. I'm a planner, but I'm not that much of a planner. So kind of follow this, but make it your own, because you may be, somebody booked a party for next week and you only have 7 days. So adjust this according to how you are going to work with your hosts. 10 days before the party and then 7 days before the party, step by step of what things that you should be touching base with them. Outside orders, if you're doing a party theme, and Tastefully Simple is making this pretty easy for us right now with their doing a party theme each month. So you can go with that, or if you're creating your own, you can do that too. If you're doing an online event, or if you're going to go live in a week-long Facebook party, let them know when you're going to do that as well. And in here, it will say use your business page to post your images. So if you're posting through Get Social, then you're going to want to be set up so that you're posting as your business page and not as your personal profile. You probably hear a lot of people complaining right now that their Facebook parties are dead, their posts aren't being seen, their posts aren't posting. A lot of that is coming because of how active they are on Facebook. If they're commenting too fast, if they're sending too many messages, and if they're doing it all from their personal profile. Facebook monitors that and flags it, and that's how you end up in Facebook jail. So as long as you're minding your P's and Q's and how much you're doing, you're probably going to be okay. I haven't had any issues yet. So just kind of keep that in mind too. If you're sending messages, only do about 15 at a time. If you're commenting, just make sure you're not commenting 20 times in 3 minutes. So kind of space all of that out too, so that you're not doing everything in a very limited, short amount of time. And then your 1 day before the party, things you want to do, and 30 minutes before the party if you're doing a live or a Zoom party. And then there's even follow-up. So a lot of steps in here. So I would encourage you to print that out, mark it up, change it up to whatever feels natural for you. But I think there's a lot of good information in here for your host coaching. The more that you can work with your host and the more information that your host has, the more comfortable they're going to be and the more involved they're going to be in their own party, which is a benefit to you. So the host planner. So in your upcoming parties, if you open up Here we go. I have to move things around here so I can get to them. If you open up a party, and under the party information, this edit button, if you click on that, it's going to bring you back to the email that you should be sending your hosts. And down here is the planner. So this is what you want to copy and paste. It'll send it in that email, but not everybody checks their email or sees that email or realizes that that party planner is something that they want to look at. So if you you can copy that and then send that to them in a private message on Facebook or text it to them as well. But here is what they're going to see when they open up that link. If you've never looked at one of these, it's really kind of cool, makes it really nice for the host. So they can copy their own party link right here from the host planner. And if they scroll down, they can see everybody who's ordered. They can see the totals of their orders. The star is who booked the party. So if they have bookings and they're getting half price items, they're going to be able to see that right there too. And then they see where their sales are. So because this host hasn't reached $200 yet, you see she's got 0 earned product, and the 50% off item for the booking isn't calculating. So once we get her to $200, then she'll be seeing some results there. So that's really, really kind of cool. A lot of good information. So be sure that your hosts are receiving that. Any other questions?
I guess my question, I went and grabbed my laptop and was looking at like the same thing you were.
Yep.
When I went into the party details that you were just showing, well, let me back up. I was just curious. Oh, so copy and paste that link into the email so that they have it, right? Is that what you were saying?
Yep, copy and paste it into a Facebook message, into a text message, however you're communicating
Okay.
with them, or
Okay.
resend it to them in the email.
Sure. Okay. Yes, I will have to do that. The one part I have open right now, I sent her a message yesterday, but I haven't heard back. So some people around here just don't seem like they're in a big hurry to get the parties closed or to close them right away, even though I only wanted this to last a week.
Mhm.
It's still been open for an extra week and a half. And she usually takes quite a few days to get back to me too when I ask her if she has any more. I've sent messages and I've asked people if they want to host. I might have to send a message again. Just a second, I'm going to look to see if the dog's getting into something. Just a second. He sounds like he's in the kitchen.
Hey, Alicia, do you have any questions while we're waiting? I don't know how much you caught.
Oh, yes, he's getting into stuff.
So one thing, Lisa, that I would recommend, and I find it in my own parties too, is even though I've put at the beginning of the party that we're closing on Friday, people don't see every single post that you put out there. So
Sure.
I'm going to change up my party scripts too, to just start saying on Monday and Tuesday already that the party link is open until Friday. Party link is open until Friday, so that they see that, because I had 3 parties going this week, and all 3 of them on Thursday, when I posted a picture that says party closes tomorrow, people were like, oh, good to know, and I'm like, well, it's been out there since, Saturday, but it just reinforced to me that people are not seeing every post, they're not looking at everything out there. So it's okay to be putting that information out there more than once. So same thing with like the booking a party, host gets a half price item with each booking. It's okay to post that like 3 different times throughout the party, because they're not going to see probably every one of those posts.
Sure.
And with the bookings, you know, we want to make it about the host and we want to make it about them. So they're going to get free stuff. The host is going to get a half price item. So as long as you're promoting those things, that might get them to say, oh, well, because I literally did get a message during one of my parties. It's like, well, if she's going to get a half price item for it, I'll hold a party. So you do get some of that where they want to do it for their friend, sister, or whoever.
Okay, yeah, and I've sent messages to some of them, but if I remember back, I did not give them any date choices. So maybe I might have to send them a message again, because different people that I've been asking if they're interested in having their party now, when they said to get back to them, I didn't put any dates in there either. So that I need to change.
Yeah. So, and typically, you know, you could either start with, be very generic and say, I'm filling my calendar now for May and June. Which month works better for you? And if they go, oh, I want it in June, then you say, how about June 1st through the 5th or whatever? And, you know, and just give them that one choice then, whichever week you want that party in. That's kind of what I've been doing is, how does this week work for you? And then they'll either say, yep, or they'll say, well, the week of the 15th works better. And then it kind of gets the ball rolling a little better than just leaving it open as to when do you want to have your party.
Okay. Yeah, and I haven't really booked anything for this summer. I really haven't seen anything out there. I might have to reach out to the different area towns, to like their chambers. For like our farmers market here in town, I went by on a Wednesday and I noticed it's not very big, but maybe on Saturdays it is. But I know they only want to promote more like produce kind of items.
Yep.
But like on a Wednesday when I went by, there was only about 2 or 3 different local people that grow a lot of produce.
Yep. And it might still be early for produce. And it'll depend on what kind of farmers market they do. Glenwood here do not allow home businesses, but Benson does. So it depends on, and that's because Glenwood has a like contract with something at the state that it's going to be all homegrown produce or homemade goods. So,
Be careful. Okay.
we've got about 10 minutes left. Alicia, did you have any questions?
I did not. I just realized what time it was and hopped on. So
Okay.
I'm just kind of listening, and I know just getting the tail end of it. I got home and realized what time it was.
Right, sure. I am recording it, so I'm hoping to post it on the team page. So
I kind of listened into, you know, how you're post it. You can post more than once about reminding them the party ends or whatever. So
yeah,
I know I got to get into it. Went back to work this week, so now I have 7 weeks, and then I'm like, my goal is to hopefully hit the ground running the 1st of June. I know that's a ways away, but
but you want to start planning for that now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, because you don't want to wait till May 31st and go, okay, well now I need 4 parties or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and that's one thing, a lot of the training that I've done, whether it's been Tastefully Simple initiated or even, you know, some of these that I'm finding on Facebook groups is, you know, you want to do something every day. So even if you're doing 15 minutes for 5 days a week, you know, whether you're following up with the customer on their order, just saying, hey, did you get your order? Is everything okay? Whatever. Just make that connection. If you're sending 3 messages to 3 different people one day, you know, bookings is my focus today. So I'm messaging 3 people or 5 people and asking them to book a party. You know, the next day you might need to place a consultant order for things for yourself or whatever, but
Yeah.
It just really, when I started doing that years ago, it really kept me connected to my business and felt like I knew what was going on. Otherwise,
Okay.
you feel like you're starting over every single time you pick up that notebook or whatever to
Yeah.
do things.
Yeah.
Okay, any other questions?
I can't remember if I was asking anything specific when I had to get up and get the dog off the kitchen counter, but one question I think I ran into, and I don't remember where I was looking at it, but somehow linking my Square app when I use it like at vendor shows, somehow linking that to the Amy app. And I don't know if I screenshotted it. Have you heard of doing that?
You can collect or send invoices through the Amy app through Square,
Okay.
but you can't do Amy from Square. You follow that?
Mm-hmm.
You can
Yeah.
you can do it through, you can do your events through the Amy app, and then you can set it up as a Square payment, and then they can pay from there. But
Mm-hmm.
you can't be entering stuff in Square and then transfer it to Amy.
Okay, so like their information, like if it pulls like their email or their cell phone number to send like a text or anything, you probably can't link it with that information. You can't probably link that to the Amy app to be able to I'd probably have to manually enter that stuff in there from my Square app
Yep.
to reach out to those people that have been buying from me at vendor shows.
Yep. So the client care slip that I uploaded to the team page, I think it was Thursday. That's what I take to vendor shows with me. I have them fill out their name, their cell phone number, email address, and then I record their purchase, what they bought, so that I can connect those to, and then I go home, I enter those into the Amy app. So it's kind of
Okay.
double the work, but until I have a chance to figure out how I can do my vendor events and still track my inventory through Amy, that's the way I'm doing it right now.
Okay. And I have those client care slips. I'll have to go look to see what yours looks like, but I have those printed out. I haven't quite done that. I do ask people if they talk about it. I do ask them if they want to host a party or anything, but since I just started, it's been less than a year, I haven't done that yet. I kind of wanted just to get a feel for the vendor shows that I've been at and see what it's like, and then I will start doing that now that I've done quite a few.
Yeah, and that's something that I would have encouraged you to do from the start, is collecting those names and addresses and that tracking those orders, because that's where the client care comes in, where
Okay.
Amy app comes in, where you can be following up with them 2 months down the road and saying, hey,
Oh,
how are you
sure.
enjoying your garlic? Is there anything else that you need? So you're servicing that customer and keeping them as a customer, rather than just being the checkout girl and sending them on their way and not knowing who they are. And
Sure.
I say that because I did that for many, many years. And out with COVID, when COVID came, and I'm like, okay, I have all these people that I see at vendor events that I sell to that I'm not selling to right now because we didn't have vendor events for 18 months. So I had to find a new way to reconnect and find those people again.
Sure.
So that's why I say that,
Okay.
is start doing that right away.
Sure.
So I have a question.
Yep.
Lisa, when you do the information, get their information, do you have a specific thing that you have them write their contact information on, or just on their receipt? Because like my receipt book has name and phone number and that kind of stuff.
Okay. I uploaded a form that I have them fill out the top part, which is their name and phone number and email address. And then it has the boxes on there. I'm interested in hosting a party. I would like fundraiser information. There's like 4 different things.
So
And-
I think it's the one that I probably have. So just have them fill that out.
Yep.
Okay.
And then from that slip, do you do, when they fill those slips out, do you tell them like that you're gonna give, like if 10 people throughout the show fill them out, do you tell them that you're going to draw for a prize in order
I
to
used
get
to.
them to fill out? Or are they more than willing to fill those out?
Nope. I used to. Anybody that purchases, I hand it to them and ask them, can you fill this out, please, so that I can track your order. That's all they really need to know. You know, you can swing it to, you know, so that I can follow up with you in a couple of months and make sure you're happy with your purchase or whatever, however you want to word that. If you just set them out for people to sign up for door prizes, you're gonna get 9 out of 10 people that are signing up to win something. And when you follow up with them, they're gonna say, take me off your list. So that's what I'm finding with a lot of people through Amy is I've never bought Tastefully Simple. I don't know how you got my number taking me off your list. And it's like, well, you signed up for a prize and this is what you were signing up for. So, and that's another reason why I don't do a drawing anymore. I want my attention to be focused on the people that are actually buying the products and using the products.
Okay. And those are the ones that you get to fill out the client care slips?
Yep.
Okay. And then if they don't purchase, then do you have them, probably more than likely they're not there long enough to fill out a client care slip?
Right. If you had a conversation with them and they're thinking about hosting a party somewhere down the line, you can have them fill one out and make that note on there.
Okay.
But I wouldn't, you know, just have everybody filling them out.
Okay, sure.
And just a warning, we're probably going to get cut off here in a minute because my Zoom is only good for 40 minutes. So.
Okay, yeah, I think that I'm good for now, I guess.
Okay. We'll wrap this up and then I will see if I can post this video to the team page. And then if there's any other questions, and just post them on that post, and then we'll just keep the conversation going. And then watch the team page for other things that I'll be posting about booking parties.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you guys have a good night.
Mhm.